don't want to make this video, but I'm gonna. Been seeing a lot of things on this whole NPC thing. I see a lot of videos of people talking about how other people around them aren't real, that they're NPCs. And I understand that people have kind of traded that word for something similar to calling people sheep. However, in the real world, I think that there's some real detrimental effects that are going to come from thinking of people as not being real. If you look around the world, a lot of people have been confused in the last few years, and they're trying to separate reality from non-reality. And we've learned about a lot of horrible things going on in the background. And amongst all of that, there's been movies and shows that come out talking about how this is a simulation, nothing's real, on and on. And because people are looking for truth in hidden ways, they look to movies and say, oh, well, that must be what they're hiding. When in reality, this is more psychological warfare. People that are believing others around them aren't real is the same kind of thinking that you see when you think of people like Nicholas Cruz and other people that have had mass carnage events, and you know what I'm talking about, where they couldn't really separate reality from non-reality, and so they were desensitized and started doing really bad things to others. I think this is all done by design, and if you look at the people that have been pumping that verbiage out, like Andrew Tate and some others, you'll find that, they're not really for keeping we the people together. In fact, they work for the people that are dividing us more and more every day. So I just wanted to caution you that we need to be careful about the things that we say, and that there's a younger generation watching all of us, and even people in our own generations, 30s, 40s, and above, that have been hit so hard by the things that have happened in the last few years that they're really struggling. And especially with the pressure from the economy and COVID and all these things happening, that people are fragile. And we need to focus on the fact that the people around us are real, and that they have feelings and families, and that nobody's better than anybody else. And that some of these kids out here that are really struggling, especially in this world now, they may have a harder time figuring out what's real and not real. And we certainly wouldn't want to see something bad happen because of that. We have to protect the next generation, and what we might see as a joke can be very literal in their world. And if you do want to use the term NPC and you can't avoid it, I would suggest that instead of using it for your fellow man and we the people, whether they're Democrats or Republicans, any kind of American, then in fact maybe the NPCs are the ones at the top pulling the strings. And it's not because they're not necessarily people, it's because the spirit in all of us certainly isn't the one that's in them.